Hey you, how are you doing today? How are you? How are you feeling? It is a little cold in here. I brought a sweater. Do you want a scarf? Here. There we go. That looks cute. So how are you? Tell me about your day. Sorry we haven't hung out in a while. Just more health problems on top of the usual. Got some friends visiting on my face, but you know, they come and they go. So today I'm just doing a quick crash my stash. I am going to be doing the 27 palette from Melt Cosmetics. Now Melt is a brand that I have loved for a very long time, but I've also had a couple of problems with them. And I'll let voiceover Busby show you some more of that because she's a little bit more shady than I am.
Girl, the shade of it all.
So I'm wanting to go for a very peachy look today. And this is mostly peach and brown tones, so I think this is going to be perfect for what I'm going for. I'm also going to be using this beauty sponge that my mom gave me for Easter. Very cute, comes in a little egg that you can dry it in. And it's already wet.
That's what she said.
So we should be ready to go.
That's what she said.
I'm going to put on some face primer. I'm going to be using the All Night Ultra Glow from Urban Decay. And I'm going to be putting these under my eyes. You can use any eye patch you want, but I'm just going to use that to prep the under eye while I do some of the rest of the work. So I'm going to start with the eyeshadow this time, and I'm going to be using a liquid eyeshadow as a primer. This is from Rem Beauty, and it is in the shade G2G, Got to Go. I'm going to be trying out some new things and techniques today, so we'll see how that goes.
That's what she said. Or he said.
I have not used the reformulated liquid eyeshadows from Rem yet, so let's see how those go. A little definitely goes a long way with these. I think I used too much on one eye, but it's blending out pretty seamlessly for a liquid eyeshadow. It's definitely more peachy in person, which is good. That's what I'm going for. But it looks a little more beige in the bottle if you're picking it up. Okay, now I'm going to start going into the Melt palette. And I'm going to start with the shade Nip Slip. I'm going to deepen it up a little bit with the shade Moxie. Mind you, the liquid eyeshadow is not meant as an eyeshadow primer. I would say it definitely makes blending a little more challenging, but if you're good with color, you might like this as an eye primer because it really makes the color stick. On the lid, I'm going to go in with Crime Fighter. And then I'm going to blend out in between the matte and the shimmer a little bit with this dark, sort of dry rose shade called Thick.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
I think I'm going to try to add just a hint of this shade Moonchild to the outer corner and see if I can darken it up without sabotaging the entire thing I've built so far. That shade was probably the hardest to blend, and it's a little bit patchy in certain areas, but Melt does have drier mattes, which can be a little harder to blend, but the pigment really stays. Oh my god, you guys are gonna laugh at me. Okay, so tell me why I used to get free samples from Sephora all the time, and one that I got was this French Magic Night Serum. Kerastase Paris Nutritive Serum, okay? I used almost this entire bottle on my face before I realized this is a hair serum. But also, here's the tea.
Here's the motherfucking tea.
Tell me why my skin has never looked as good as when I used this as a face serum. Am I recommending you do that? No, I don't think anybody should use hair products on their face on purpose. But did my skin look amazing using this? It did. It did. And I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good hair serum as well. But, you know, I just read 8-Hour Magic Night Serum and a bunch of French stuff underneath. It's all in white font. And then at the very bottom here it says for dry hair.
And
Tell me why the only thing I've ever won an award for was reading, and I couldn't be bothered to read the bottle.
Butterfly in the sky, I must be really high.
Okay, so I'm gonna peel these off now. Oh, that feels so juicy.
That's what she said. Oh my god, what did I say?
So I'm going to be using some blush sticks from Run Beauty. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
I'm going to try using 3 different shades to sort of build up dimension. We'll see how that goes. So we've got Chorus Girl, Stage Mom, and Front Row Center in this order. I'm going to put the lightest one up top to the darkest one below. And I'm going to put the darkest one right above where I would normally put my contour. And I'm going to blend that out with my beauty sponge. I think this sponge is a little too wet.
That's what she said. No time. But she did. No time.
Then I'm going to go in with my bronzer, which you probably already know is the Fenty Cream Bronzer Stick in shade Amber. I think that's all the cream products I'm using other than concealer. So next I'm going to put on my skin tint over the creams. And I'm going to be using the Kylie Skin Tint. It's like a blurring elixir, and I have 2 different shades that I'm going to mix together. I have 1N and 2C. And this stuff is really runny, so be forewarned. I won't lie, I'm not like a Kardashian or Jenner girly, but this tint, this skin tint, feels so nice on my skin. Do you have a favorite skin tint? Because if I haven't already tried it, I would love to try it. I'm obsessed with skin tints right now because I don't think I actually need full coverage foundation for most of my face. Next, I'm going to go in with my concealer and just pray that it doesn't ruin the look because I've never tried it before. It's the Naked Quickie multi-use concealer stick, and it has a little brush on the end. And mine is in the shade 10NN. This brush is a little weird to use because of how thick the rest of it is. It's a little stiff.
That's what he said, right, guys? Because of gay?
And oddly enough, this shade might actually be lighter than what I need, which never really happens to me.
It could happen to you, cause it happened to me.
I probably should have let the concealer sit for a few seconds before I started blending. I heard that's a good tip to keep it from creasing, but I got ahead of myself. As weird as it is to use that brush, it seems like it blended really well. And before I scrunch my face up, let me set my under eyes quickly. I'm using a Kosas powder. I don't know if they even still make this. This is Breezy Cloud Set. It's a pressed powder with a little bit of luminance. Luminance? Luminance. It's luminous. Luminescence. And I think I'm gonna set the cream brush with a little more powder blush because I feel like it could use a little more up here. You already know it's gonna be Run Beauty, and this is in the shade Sun Pop. So pretty, and I already know that I barely need to touch this.
That's what she said.
When I was using my concealer before I set with powder, I forgot to cover our little face front. Let's see if we still can. This is actually more of a brightening concealer on me, but I'm really loving it so far. So for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with an oldie but a goodie. This is Ofra, and this is in the shade Star Island. Do you guys remember when Ofra was like the highlighter? Oh, actually, before I go in with highlighter, I have this bronzer I've been trying to use up for literally years. It still smells so good. It smells like cocoa butter. But it's these little cat food pieces. And if you're not a oldie in the game, you might not recognize this. But this is from Becca. If y'all remember Becca? Yeah, this is from Becca. This is the Chloe and Malika collab. Another Kardashian thing, I guess. But this bronzer they made is actually so cute. And it's definitely a glowy bronzer, so it's not something you'd want to use for contour. But I have become quite fond of this, actually. It's old as dirt, but still good.
Yeah, still good.
Okay, now let's go in with highlighter. If you have been missing that 2016-2017 glow, I just want to cover my entire body in this. I know I'm going too far, but I can't stop.
SOS, lo que dice él.
That's what he says?
Damn it.
I look like a fucking glazed donut.
That's what she said.
I either want to look like a swamp witch or a glazed donut. There's no in between. Okay, so a new thing that I wanted to try was the lip liner stains from Sasha, if I'm saying that correctly. If not, also sorry if you can hear any sounds coming from outside the room. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm a human being and I can't always control my environment.
I said what I said, and I'm not changing on it, okay? I said what I said.
I'm just a girl.
But I've got this lip liner stain in Mauve. I'm not the best with lip liner, so let's see how this goes. It's kind of goopy and hard to control, and it stinks, but we'll see how it looks when we peel it off. I'm just doing the outer edge. I saw a few different ways you can apply it in a video, so we're just going with this. Oh, don't put your lips together. While that is processing, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I am so bad at doing eyebrows. If I ever lose them, I'm just gonna have to be browless. Okay, let's see. It's on my teeth. Color didn't do too much on my lips. It did add a little bit of shape. I think with some practice, this could look good under a sheer lipstick. It just feels really messy, but you know, my whole look is messy. I'm messy. So.
You're a mess, woman.
Let's do some setting spray before I finish up. I'm going to use the All Nighter, it's their hyaluronic acid watermelon formula. I only like their scented formulas because the regular one smells so gross to me.
I am repulsed.
That spritzer is definitely not the best, but it kind of smells like watermelon soap. I like it. Okay, so I want to do a winged liner, but I am so rusty at it. I have not practiced in a long time. So I'm going to try this Kaja Wink Stamp. And then I have some eyeliner to touch it up with from Fenty. This is her Fly Liner in Kazam Black.
One eternity later.
I might be the worst at doing winged eyeliner to ever exist. How did I do this in high school every morning?
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, I know I'm not good at doing eyeliner because I haven't practiced, but I don't think I like the Fenty Fly Liner because it's a felt tip, and I think I prefer a brush tip for eyeliner. See, I am not an eyeliner girly. This is not going well. Oh my god, felt tip eyeliners are not for me. This is literally just ruining the entire thing that I did.
Hello, it's voiceover Busby. While regular Busby is having somewhat of a meltdown, I thought I would show you guys the little issue that I had with Melt Cosmetics a while back. Don't get me wrong, I love Melt, you guys know, but I know I'm not the only one who's had this problem.
Ew! What an interesting artifact.
So I think I had the palette about 3 or 4 months, and I had used it once or twice. I had not used this particular shade, Mateo, but when I opened it up and saw that it was sprouting, someone tried to tell me that that is wax bloom. That is not wax bloom. That is definitely mold. It kind of looks like someone put their cigarette out in it, but that is mold. I know a while back ago they were having this problem a lot with their shimmer shades puffing up and getting moldy. This is the only eyeshadow palette I have ever had from them or anyone else that has done this. Let me know down below if you guys had any issues like this, and let's see how regular Busby is doing.
That still doesn't look good, but it's probably the best we're gonna get out of me. Thank God for this Half Magic Flick Eraser. Not sponsored, but this thing probably just stopped me from losing my mind. I am going to attempt to smoke out the edges of the liner with the darker shade from that Melt palette. This eye is so muddy right now, it's insane. This is probably the worst makeup I've done in a long time. Okay, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. You know, those times when you're trying to do your makeup and you just get a little too irritated and you're like, well, we're done with this step. Let's move on.
I wake up with hands sore and red from the beatings I dish out to inanimate objects.
Now please, just sit down, relax.
But I think we're finally at mascara and lipstick. Let's see, for mascara today, Let's do Tarte's Maneater in brown. I feel like it's probably going to be a dark brown to go with the liner. So let's try her out. A lot of girlies love the original Maneater, and now that they're making it in brown, I wanted to try. Ooh, she's a thick brush. Oh yeah, I should show you the bottle, huh? It's not the least clumpy mascara in the world, but it definitely adds volume. This would look better if I tightlined more, but my eyes are not having it right now. I just need to practice doing winged eyeliner more. And for lipstick, I think I'm gonna go for something that's kind of in between pink and brown. So I'm gonna grab this Anastasia Lip Velvet in Pure Hollywood. And we'll see how that looks. I don't know about this. This stuff is thick. Really not what I was going for. Okay, instead I went for Major Magnate from Fenty. It's a darker, browner lipstick, and it's in one of the refillable compacts. I do love a brand that does refillable. I think I need a gloss. These glosses from Item are getting so old by now, but they still smell like peach rings and obsessed. Right, Addison?
You say you're obsessed with me, so I took a second and I said me too.
Alright, so this I think is the finished look. I know it's a little messy. Don't judge me too harshly since I'm out of practice, but do you think the winged liner is a good look? Do you prefer the rounded liner on me? I think I'm liking the winged liner, even though this obviously is pretty messy. But of course we've got to rate this bad boy. So packaging, of course, is standard, is solid. The formula is pretty much what you would expect from Melt. I always do love their shimmers. They aren't so chunky. They go down really well without a ton of fallout. So formula, pretty banging. Color Story, a little bland, but you know, I mean, if this is the color story you're looking for, something a little brown and a little peachy, I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect for everyday use. And I will throw up the original price right here. Packaging, like I said, solid 5. Color Story, I would probably give a 4. Price point, I would say probably a 4 for what it is. It's pretty basic. And the performance is a 5. For how bright and deep a lot of these colors are, they actually perform really well and blend really easily. So that's 18 out of 20 stars. So I'm going to say this is about 4.5 stars. I don't know where my star stickers are, so let's go ahead and slap a virtual sticker on this bad boy. Right in between silver and gold. Let me know if you have any Melt palettes, if you've had any trouble with them, how you feel about this look today, and above all else, how you're feeling. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. It's always nice when I get to see you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, drop a like if you had a good time, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you know every time I'm up to no good. And until next time, buzz off.